Hey everybody, it's Peter Palmiotti, and give me a second as I try to get my webcam program to work. Uh, it's my birthday. Here we go. It always takes a minute, so I can stop it from doing that. This is okay. So this is formerly known as Chosen Few. Now it's the Designated. Um, Mark Torres created and wrote it. Um, Jade Smith penciled it. I'm doing inks. It's going to be published by Apex Comics Group. And this is for the foreseeable future what I'll be inking. But let me say hello to the chat. And we got Lola Meets. Happy birthday. Thank you, Lola. Thank you. Great to see you here. We have Darren D-Wag. Happy birthday. And Mara is here. Or Marv, otherwise known as the Sin Killer. Greetings, sinners. And we have Landon. Hey, Peter, happy birthday, dude. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And no, that's not a good place to sit. My cat. Yeah, that's over here. Okay, good girl. I don't want cat hair. That's not cool. Okay. Yeah. You hang out over there. If anybody wants to jump in, I can't have a lot of people on the stream because usually with my weak ass internet, things don't go my way. My thing starts dragging. Peter Wellmerink is also here. Good to see you, buddy. So I can't have too many people on at the same time, but like you might just be here to say hello in the chat. But there is the link to jump in if you so wish it. And I'll just take it as it comes. So it looks like here's a stranger.
How's it going? How's the birthday boy?
Hello. Thank you.
Excellent. I can't hang out too long, but I definitely wanted to come by and say hello because it's your birthday. So
yeah, the big 5'9".
Big 5'9". Damn. Hey, you're old.
That's what my brother says, but
he's older, isn't he?
Yeah. It's like you'll always be older than me, so you can call me old man if you want, but
nice. Oh, what are big brothers for?
Yeah.
What are you working on?
This is Designated. What is this? So I'll say it in chapters instead of issues because it's going to be a graphic novel. So this is chapter 3, page 10. There are a lot of sort of talking head pages, and this is pretty much kind of one of those.
I like the art.
Yeah, it's Jade Smith, the only comic you'll ever see him pencil. Bless you.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, I do like his work. There she is, Peter says.
Yep. I'm here. Wouldn't miss it. I mean, I gotta hang out with my partner in crime. So,
Yes. What is it? We do have. Well, we have Daphne. How do you pronounce her last name? Lange. Yeah.
something like that. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I'm the
She's
wrong
coming.
one to ask.
She's coming on Monday.
Fantastic.
Uh,
That'll be good.
and then I
Oh,
think
oh,
it's
oh. We have the sin killer.
Phoenician. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
actually here.
Hi,
Hey,
Peter, Alison. How are you?
How's it going, Marv?
good.
Yeah.
It's been a long
I'm
time,
great, and
man.
you? How are you? Yes. And now we're also the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys are like just with each other. I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were sketching. Sketchy Saturday on Raging this afternoon at 10.
The,
Yeah.
the
Peter
brand
was
new show.
the first guest along with Randy Zimmerman,
Yeah.
and it was fun, very fun.
Yeah, it was a good
Yep.
stream. I fell asleep
Yeah.
during it, but that's not because of you guys. That's because I have MS.
Hey.
So,
So nobody noticed, but I switched up the icon on the upper left,
oh, I
upper right
noticed.
hand.
Just wasn't saying anything yet.
Yeah,
Okay. that's Johnny Laughster, and people will see him one day, but Johnny Lobster's got a lot to say.
I see. Oh, we can start to have solid food soon. It's going to be amazing.
Awesome.
Yep. I can have semi-solid food right now. Sort. Yeah, I have to be careful, but yeah.
Yeah. Take it day by day.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So what are you working on?
Me right now, I'm working on my computer. Not that bad. I just booted everything up and I'm going through a few things.
Gotcha.
So I am doing my usual crap that I typically do, and I boot up.
Yeah, I have to. As soon as I have some free time, which I don't have a lot of nowadays, but yeah, I gotta go through all my files on my computer and just organize it better.
Yeah, you gotta do that too.
Gets out of hand pretty quickly.
Oh god, yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
So the artwork I did on Sketchy Saturday, I posted into the post that Jimmy did and the post that Nita did on Facebook.
Let me see.
If people want to go check out that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun show.
Yeah, thanks,
and
man. You
yeah,
can promote it,
and
what you did on the Raging promo page if you want.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if you are in there. This
Yeah, I
Reggie
mean,
promo.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm in there to post, if you have to get special clearance or anything, but I know I'm in
Yeah, regime
the page.
promos. Yeah, regime promos.
Yeah.
Regime promos. Let me see if you're. I don't see you here.
Well, it's like every birthday I have, I usually get a couple of hundred people wishing me birthday. So it's usually like a week's worth of just making sure I acknowledge everybody who's wishing me a birthday. Isdale, hey, welcome. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, because I got birthday wishes on Facebook, in Messenger, and on my timeline, Twitter, Instagram, by email. It's all over the place. And it's literally like, it takes me days to go through it all. Such as the life of somebody that people know. I wouldn't say I'm famous. I'm not famous yet, but
Well, when you have a lot of people wishing a happy birthday, that must be something, right? So yeah.
yeah. Hey, Nefarious. Hell, nerds.
Hey.
Thanks, buddy. So I dropped the link. If Nefarious, Adele, or Landon. I think Landon's off today. If anybody wants to drop in. Here we go. Here's Landon.
Hey, Peter.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hi, man.
It's going. It's going good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Did I break up your internet now?
No, not yet. I mean, what happens first is it starts delaying, and then it gets to a point where I'm talking and nobody hears me because it's just like dragging.
Well,
But
I won't stay on
all
too
good.
long. I don't want to drag your internet down, but I just want to say happy birthday, and also just let everybody know that might be interested. I got my my Instagram and my Facebook back. It got hacked about a week ago, and so anybody that got messages or anything stupid like that, that wasn't me. So
Yep.
Anyway,
yeah, definitely, man.
Happy birthday.
Oops.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
something happened to the phone.
Peace out.
Yeah. Take care, man.
All right, take care. So you're back with us?
Yeah.
Alison?
Thought I unmuted. Guess I didn't.
Oh, were you talking?
Yep, I was complaining about liquid diets and how they suck.
Yeah. Well, good that you're unmuted now so you can tell us all that.
No, I'm done. I'm good at pitching right now.
Oh, okay.
Nobody wants to hear me pitch more than I have to.
Wait, I didn't mean to do that.
It's happy birthday, Peter.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Accidentally clicked on it again. Boom, boom, boom.
mm.
But yeah, I was just telling Marv that I get a couple hundred at least messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages,
Oh, yeah.
Twitter. It takes me usually a week, maybe longer, to get through them. Oh, LinkedIn is another one. I get birthday messages on LinkedIn.
I just make one big post the day after saying thank you for all the birthday wishes.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good policy.
It covers it much easier.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
I'm
great
a
policy.
little neurotic. I have to see who wished me a birthday message, so I
Oh
know
yeah,
who to put on my.
I like looking at them and all that. Yeah, it's like I usually hit if I'm around and I see them, I hit them with like a like or a heart or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, back when I first joined Facebook, I think I wrote a sentence for everyone wish me a birthday. It's like it's impossible. It's literally insane if I would
yeah,
try
I
it
was never
now.
that bad. My Facebook account's really even not even that old, so
My wife has
Yeah.
to say thank you individually. It's insane. She spends hours and hours doing that. I just don't put my
Yeah.
my birthday on Facebook, so. But man, she spends
so
hours.
just do it the easy way. Thanks everybody. It's been great. You guys are the best,
Yeah,
and kind of go from there. And I do mean it. I like it when people wish me a happy birthday. So
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't expect everybody I wish a happy birthday to personally thank me and return
yeah,
message and blah blah blah.
yeah.
But then it's like I used to really go through each day and wish everybody a happy birthday, but like eventually I got to 5,000 people on my friends list, and
Yeah, no.
it's like every day is somebody's birthday, so it's like I'm gonna kind of forget everybody's birthday at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
like,
I'm close to 1,000. It's a pain in the ass. So yeah, I get it. Just
yeah, and
try.
I spoke to my oldest friend just this morning, and
Nefarious is
me
making
and
me
him
jealous.
were laughing about. Me and him were laughing about, like, I really don't keep good track of personal data of people. Yeah, it's like I really, off the top of my head, I can't come up with 5 people's birthdays.
I'm lucky I can remember my
I'm
own.
bad. When's your birthday?
August 17th.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Jimmy, the day after Jimmy's?
My father is the 8. Well, he was the 18th. So that's funny.
Well, growing up, I had one of my aunts was just after me, so it's like every time it was my birthday, she'd show up, calling in on my birthday.
Yeah, what was it? I have a friend who has the same birthday as I do. We refer to ourselves as birthday buddies.
There you go. Well, I used to say, well, I had the same birthday as Hugh Hefner, but you know,
Oh, he's dead.
he's gone now. But well, there's an actress. What's her name? I forget her name now. The latest Terminator. She's done a lot of indie work.
I'm not sure. I saw the latest Terminator movie. I don't really remember much of it though.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was not good. Yeah, and it was. I mean, I was expecting something out of it. But you know, because James Cameron was talking about it like it was going to be 3 or 4 or 5 sequels to it. But yeah, it was meh.
I pretty much don't like any of the Terminators after 2. So,
well, they try with Salvation. I think they try really hard with that one, but that scene of John Connor getting the heart just because he could have one at the end, I think that just killed the movie.
What one?
But no DNA test, no didn't know if the guy was compatible or not. Just take my heart and you live. But the idea of beginning a Terminator movie actually during the war, it was very, very bold, I think. But unfortunately, they did some missteps in the movie.
I don't even remember which one Salvation was. So,
where's the one with the guy with the Avatar guy that Christian Bale was in the movie? Was there?
Oh, that one. I thought that one sucked. Okay. I think I watched.
It sucked.
All the way through
I'm not saying. It sucked, but
yeah, I think I watched all
the way
through.
They really tried that. That one they really tried, but then Genesis and the other one, Dark Fart. That one
something
was.
Like that.
That one was. Oh my god! The Terminator
pretty much thought everything after 2 just so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Terminator is dead.
And 2, I thought was the weaker one of the original 2. So.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one.
I really wanted the Terminator to kill the kid. So.
Yeah, it was a horror movie. The first one was a horror movie. So then they had to put make the Terminator the hero because Schwarzenegger, you know.
Yeah,
but an actual movie with the Terminators kicking ass, killing everybody, that would be an awesome movie, in my opinion. That would have been a great movie. Seeing the camps and
he was in that, wasn't he? Yeah.
Watching the camps and how they turn people into cyborgs, that would have been a great movie, you know. Watching people being torn apart. And
I like the idea that you could have a half Terminator female character, well, actually male or female character, I don't really care, but that character I kind of like the idea of in the new one, but the movie just sucked. So
yeah, it was a good idea. Yeah. But first, I think the first big mistake was to kill John Connor.
I didn't mind that because I hated John Connor from Terminator 2, so I was kind of like, oh, didn't see that coming.
He was a kid. It was just a kid who turned out to be like Sarah Connor. She was a waitress, and then she became this badass woman. So
well, I like the Sarah Connor character because well, she was badass and
life made her that.
You know, and but she became badass through the course of it, and you get the payoff of her being badass in the second one. And I kind of like that she was like unstable in Dark Fate, but I was just like, as a whole, the movie just wasn't good.
Yeah,
Oh, seemed better.
I think once they got away from Terminator being a robot, then then it's like you have to one up yourself every time, and it's like, okay, so it's impossible to kill, and
And Schwarzenegger should have stopped being in the movies because new guys. The Terminator is an infiltrate unit, so it's got to be different people, not the same guy always.
It was one of the things I liked about the original Terminator was they had another Terminator in it, and it wasn't Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it was Colombo.
Yeah.
The guy when Reese is sleeping in that memory flash, that dream. Yeah, that was another Terminator. It wasn't Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, was awesome. I much prefer. As I said, I like the original a lot more than the sequel because I prefer a horror movie to it, and it still had action elements and science. It was cool science fiction-y stuff. I also liked what it was inspired by, loosely being Demon with a Glass Hand and Soldier. How are you?
Yeah. But our childhood is being killed every single year. The Predator, Terminator, RoboCop, Total Recall was, please. So yeah, Poltergeist, they did a remake on that too. The Thing. So they don't know what to do, so they just destroyed The Howling. They just rebooted, and please.
They rebooted The Howling? I won't be bothering with that.
Yeah, they did The Howling Reborn. That's we have the wonderful Joe Dante movie, and then we have the crappy sequels. But then in 2010 or 2011, I think they did that's the year. I think they did The Howling Reborn. That's nothing to do with just the name.
Oh.
They use just the name.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of glad I missed it then.
Yeah. You're gonna waste your time on that.
I love the original, and American Werewolf in London is one of my favorite movies. The sequel to that sucked too.
Yeah.
And I was so excited for the sequel to that. Like, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to go see this. This will be great. And this is hot garbage. So,
yeah.
Well, on that note, I got to drop out. If you guys are still on a little bit, I'll jump back on.
Okay.
But I will talk with you all later. You guys have some great art, and happy birthday, Pete. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, like the Terminator holds a special place because, like, it's one of the last movies I remember watching. Like, it was on TV again. Like, I've already seen it, but it was on TV, so I was watching part of it. And I remember my father saying that like it was pretty inventive. Like like for him to watch something I was into was pretty cool. And he passed shortly thereafter, so definitely remember that.
Yeah, I saw that movie maybe 30 times, just like Aliens, Alien, Predator, Howling, The Exorcist, all those movies that turns you into a serial killer. I saw them all. So yeah, and we don't have those kind of movies today. I think the magic is gone with all the visual effects that they try to grab you with the visuals instead of the story itself. And I think that's why movies are not as good as they used to be, at least the ones that are being publicized, Lately I've been watching movies that I haven't seen in the top 20s or whatever. And I really enjoy watching those low budget movies because they're way better than the movies that are in cinemas right now. I really don't care about Spider-Man, Batman, and all those guys. I really want to see a really fun movie with no stupid final fight CGI nonsense. So yeah, maybe it's my I'm almost 50. Maybe it's that, I don't know, but yeah, but I really don't like superhero movies anymore and
Yeah.
those kind of movies.
I understand why. It's like I'm still into them. But yeah, like, not everyone is a clear hit. It's definitely, you have to pick and choose, man. It's like there's still good movies coming out. It's just, it's not necessarily like within the top 10 movies, that's all.
I saw a great movie with Viggo Mortensen a couple of weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. I saw it with my wife and the guy who plays Blade. Who's gonna be Blade?
Or the one
Uh,
that didn't
The guy's
win.
gonna be Blade. That's a movie that I'm not excited to watch either because I love Wesley Snipes. I love the second movie, and now that it's Disney, uh, the rights are with the Disney. I think it's gonna be as bad as Morbius. Morbius PG-13, and really, 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 really.
Well, is it Sony that's going to be doing Blade, or is it Marvel that's going to be doing Blade?
Looks like Marvel. Looks like Marvel. I
Well, it
think it's
has a better
Marvel
chance.
property.
I have,
I don't know.
I
PG-13.
was,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, I was
I don't
holding
know.
out a little hope with Morbius, but yeah, I heard it was trash, so I'm not bothering.
No,
Watched
yeah.
Venom 2 and wasn't.
Uh, Green Book, Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. That's it. Green Book. Great movie.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Have you seen
yeah.
it?
I haven't seen it. It's on my list. It's on my list, but I haven't seen it yet.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah. They're both great actors. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching some non-commercial movies lately. Synchronic.
I saw
What's
that.
this one? Archive. Solence.
Oh, Archive. Yeah.
That one was great too. Some Sweden movies too, Swedish.
Right.
And I've been watching movies from all over the place, and I go always back. I go back always to the classics. Uh, Dog Soldiers, The Crow, all those. Have you seen The Strain, a series, about
uh,
vampires?
I've seen a bunch of episodes, but I do actually want to go back to the beginning and watch it because
Yeah,
I
watch
want to
it
watch it all
because
the way
it's great.
through. Yeah, I know it's good. What I've seen was really good. I just want to go back to the beginning and watch it again.
And the great thing about it is that it's complete. It's not canceled. It wasn't canceled. And
Right.
yeah, nowadays I don't watch series I don't care how good they are. If it's canceled, I don't watch it because they are canceling all the great series like Colony. Colony was a great one. Beautiful series, sci-fi. If you don't know that, La Brea, and there was another one. I don't remember the name of the series, but they are canceling everything. They put out there 2, 3 seasons and then they cancel everything, and the bad stuff continues for years and years, and the good stuff just
Yeah,
is canceled.
it's entertainment is entertainment, and sometimes they're canceling the good stuff to put up, the continue the more mass market stuff, which is more crap,
Yeah,
But
that's true.
just like comics, like there's a lot of series that got canceled and never published again that could have been way better than half the stuff out now,
Mhm.
but that's
Yeah,
why
here,
I really like independent comics because it's like as long as you're supporting the books you like, then they'll continue. And,
yeah. And the thing is, there are a lot of great stuff and new. I don't see original because everybody's going to have their influences,
right.
but and everything is already done when it comes to any genre. But the thing is that there are always new take on some kind of genre, and the stories and even even just the even just the way that the book is presented to you is a step for you to want to buy that book, you know, and
Yeah.
you don't have that on mainstream. You don't have the interaction with the creator and the people that will support the project, you know. So I think what is good about indie comics is that you have that connection between fan and or admirer and the artist, and the writer, colorist, whatever, you know. And
Yeah.
that's a great deal to indie comics is to have that connection with the audience.
Yeah, most definitely. Dun, dun, dun. So I don't know where I'm going, but I got dinner plans to go out and eat with
Hmm.
friends. So that will be good. Even though it's like it's a Saturday and that makes no difference to me. I usually work, but um oh, so couple of days ago my heat started giving out, and just as the weather is getting a little cooler again, like it fluctuates. We're normally better, warmer weather than like New York, where I used to live.
Mm.
So our winter isn't too severe. Our summers are still hot, but um, anyway, so it seemed like the last few times my heat came on, it was further and further apart, and then it just stopped, and I called, for maintenance come by, and they wouldn't come by at night. They said, it's not really an emergency, whatever. But they did come by the next day, and there was 3 guys working on it, and
Oh, 3.
they broke for lunch.
Mm.
Then they came back and they finally fixed it. It's like I thought most of the time they were working on it that they would never figure it out, but they did. Um, so that sort of screwed up my sleep pattern and whatnot. Here's nefarious. Let me
Mm.
Get him in
Hey,
here.
happy birthday, Mr. Palmiotti. How you doing?
Hey,
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, just relaying the story of me being without heat. It was only for like 24 hours, but screwed up my, screwed up my sleeping. And I'm still trying to get back to my normal routines. I'm a little tired now, even though I shouldn't be.
Well, I mean, it depends upon like the quality of the sleep, not just the quantity, or so I've heard. I was reading an article the other day, and it was talking about how not enough people reach like that, theta wave sleep area where your brain actually regenerates. These days, not enough of us. I think, is it theta or is it the other direction? I don't remember. It's below alpha waves. It's like the deep sleep, you know what I mean? Not enough people get to that point where their brain actually like regenerates, but even a little bit of that sleep is better than sort of like the light sleep that a lot of us get.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've been sleeping better overall. There is the occasion when like some of my cats wake me up, and that's always a pain in the ass. But what are you gonna do? EJB, the answer is always a hammer. That works sometimes.
or getting hammered.
But yeah, so things are back to normal, I guess, again, and I'll catch up on my sleep, and just I'm trying to think of places where we can go tonight. There's not much of a choice in the town I'm in. Most of it is fast food, and I recently had Chinese. So the only other option is like a steakhouse. Let's see.
I mean, that's good. It's a good birthday dinner, right? Go out for a steak, treat yourself, have your friends treat you.
Yeah, that should be fun. I've never been there, so I hear it's good.
First time for everything, It's a good time to have those birthday experiences, really try stuff new. It's a new year for you.
Yeah. And in fact, when I moved to this town, it was a dry county, but now they have liquor. So I heard that this place, serves beer. So I think I'm in the mood for a beer. It's been a while.
Oh, it sounds like a plan then, man. Go get yourself a nice medium rare steak and a big tall pint and maybe some potatoes, some veggies, and just hang out. Maybe they'll have like a special birthday dessert for you.
Maybe.
Yeah, especially Portuguese desserts. They are just fantastic.
You'll have to.
You gotta go to a Portuguese restaurant. You'll be in love with the food. So
yeah. No Portuguese restaurants in this town.
You don't know what you're missing.
We have a few Mexican.
Latino is good. Latino is good, man.
Yeah, I've eaten at the Mexican places. I worked at one of them for a little bit.
Italian. Oh my god!
I wish we had a freaking good Italian place here. I wish.
I can't think about food. Okay.
I'll have to go back to New York one day and go get some real pizza or go get some real bagels. Go get some
Go to a Portuguese
real Thai
restaurant,
food.
drink some Oporto wine. You'll be addict to that wine, man. Ah,
I'll definitely try out some Portuguese wine. That sounds good. I
yeah.
usually stick to super Tuscans and big bold reds and Bordeaux's and
Yeah, and the Declaration of Independence of the United States was signed with Oporto wine. So yeah,
There you go.
you got to try that.
I will. I definitely will. It's been a while since I've been to like a fine Italian restaurant. We got a little, family spot near us where they do just like regular fare, like chicken parmesan and stuff like that.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
like high culture, like high cuisine. But the last time we were in New York, man, I don't remember where we went, but they had this panna cotta, which was just marvelous. I love Italian desserts too. What kind of desserts they got in Portuguese cuisine?
Oh man, you have a bunch, a bunch, man. Just I'll have to send you a couple of them for you to see. What's your what's your Instagram or I'll send you a couple of them, man.
Yeah. I'll drop it in the private chat.
Yeah, do it because man,
The
we
various
have
from
Dude, we'll go out, we'll
Global
take
frequency.
photos, we'll throw them up on Instagram. We'll be like, yeah. I think this is our thing on Instagram too.
if you have Instagram, I'll go there and I'll follow you. I'll follow you because I don't have I don't have StreamYard on my tablet. I basically use the tablet just to share stuff. Oops.
So it's the global frequency on Instagram. Just all one word, the global frequency. And on Twitter, we are the global freak.
Oh yes, the global frequency.
I'm
I'm following you, man. I think.
Yeah, of
I know,
course.
I know. Yeah.
Friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I gotta text Odin back. Maybe we could get Odin on the show. That'd be fun, right? Let me see if I could get Odin to pop in here.
Yeah, I'm following you. Okay. No, I'm following you.
Yeah, send me some Portuguese dessert pictures or recipes or something.
I'm working on that. I'm working on
Freak
that.
Girl was she was just baking last night because she has a bridal shower thing that she's got going on today, and since she bakes, we could also try and make them. It's Peter Palmiotti's birthday. Come say hi. I'm gonna send him the link too. We dropped it in a bunch of places, right, Pete?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see his campaign yet? Did you see what he's doing on Indiegogo right now?
Odin?
Yeah. He's got the Nine Realms catalog, and the new book is the SPQR's Bizarre Adventure. It's like a mashup of historical fiction starring Julius Caesar and Pompey Magnus, but it's a parody on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where Julius Caesar is Joestar and Pompey Magnus is Dio. So it's like a manga version of a historical fiction of it's madness, dude. It's hilarious. And he just updated some of his stretch goals. I don't know what he's sending me pictures of, but they are creepy.
Selfies?
No, it was like a dude in a big iron mask. It's like some horror thing. He says, "Oh snap, will do." So yeah, if we hang out for a while, I think Odin will stop on by. SP.
I'm here.
Hey, Gib.
Hey.
What's up,
I
guys?
haven't heard anything from Gibran in a while. Oh, there's Odin. Yeah, there he is. What's up, bro?
I'm here.
No, that's
You are.
Caesar.
We were just talking about you behind your back.
Yeah, I kind of caught the tail end of that. Were you talking about what I sent you?
Yeah, the Iron Dude in the Iron Mask. What is that?
That's a breakthrough on that project that I sent you that script for.
Oh, holy snap. Okay, I get it now. Like I opened it up and I looked more carefully. That's a very intricate design on the mask.
Yeah, and the where the flower is up at the top, I envision that to be the scales of justice, and it's coming. The weights are coming down below the eyes.
Nice. You know that like we're talking about something that no one else either on the panel or in the audience can see.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
And
that's fine. They don't need to know.
They can find out when the character's drawn.
Okay. I mean that's true. Yeah. I should show you the progress that I got on the one that I've been working on, but I'm not going to do that because it's Peter's birthday.
It is Peter's birthday. Happy birthday!
Because it's his birthday.
Thank you.
It's not my birthday too yet.
It's a good day. It's Peter's birthday. SPQR funded this morning. It's fortuitous timing.
Woo-hoo. All good things.
What we working on here, guys?
Well, Marv is working on his book, Sin Killer.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to to send them the message about this donut Portuguese, but yeah, I'll send it
I'm
later.
trying to find Portuguese desserts still. That's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm working on my second comic, The Sin Killer, Gabriel Reaper of Souls. I'm actually inking this first page for the campaign that I'm going to do in June. So yeah, second comic at 50 years old, almost 48. So yeah, a little late, but
You're young.
There's no such thing as late in this business unless we're talking about late books.
oh yeah, I know.
I'm going to get retro out this year, and I'm 59. So my first book, technically.
You said this is your first book?
Yeah, it's like his
Well,
first
you know,
creator-owned, fully done book.
My first creator book, yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. Because I was going to say, like,
First great art book.
I do like your comment in the chat there, Neff. It's
What?
very nice.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. It says Odin needs money for his new project that he can't tell anyone anything about yet except me.
Yeah. If you want to share your latest Indiegogo on screen, it's fine.
I mean, I don't want to steal away from Peter's birthday. That's more important.
Oh, it's still my birthday. It's not going to change the fact.
Okay, so where was I? Okay. Ooh.
Where were you? You were sending a treat.
Oh man, we got a new backer since the last time I checked.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I was on Sketchy Saturday earlier today, but pretty much over there, I said, like, you know, back in the day, I'm from New York originally, you know, and I would have like 3 or 4 different birthday gatherings with 3 or 4 different groups of friends. and it would be spread out over a week's time. So now it's just like I stream a couple of times, and that's my birthday. Maybe I go out to eat. It's a lot simpler.
That's not the worst thing I've ever heard of for a birthday celebration. I dig it.
No, it's nice. I'll probably do something big next year. 60 is big, so.
What you looking at, Neff? What you working on?
I am currently looking at Matt Barr logos that he posted on Twitter. He's doing something for Falcon 5 figures. I'm looking at the images that he's put up to see which ones resonate. I'm also suffering from incredibly bad allergies. Yeah, he designs logos.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, allergies, man. In the fall, that's when it hits me. Sneeze my head off.
Yeah, I think there's trees budding out here now. Maybe it's been really nice the past couple of days, but it's been raining every day too, because that's what it does in the spring. We have fall, winter, summer, and rainy season out here. Actually, we don't even have winter. We have road construction. Summer, fall, rainy season, road construction. Those are the seasons that we have.
By the way, Neff, are we good to talk about that character we were joking about yesterday?
Oh, Jewish Daredevil?
Yeah, Jewish Daredevil.
Yeah, so I did a little bit of work on it too. What do you got?
So I had an idea for him to, since the name implies like that tie and everything and what it means. I was thinking about having, the why am I blanking on the name? The leather strap that goes around the arm, the tefillin, I think. So have that be where he stores his knives, and he can't use that arm in combat. He can only use the other one.
Interesting. That is definitely a cultural reference that the majority of people are not going to understand, so it will have to be explained to them in text.
Oh, absolutely.
I was thinking more about like the backstory and just the character development and how it came about. But my brain is mucus right now, so
I can understand that. I've been there.
If I try and remember, I might get there.
It's been raining the past few days, so like allergies are not as bad because a lot of the pollen's been flushed out.
Mm-hmm.
But the rain is stopping, and we're in April, so it's going to be a rough week.
Yeah. Pollen's going to start kicking up soon. May and June are going to be disgusting. Trees just jizzing out into the air.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. It's tree jizz. That's what pollen is.
They're trying to get themselves around, get more trees going.
Bees just rolling around in tree jizz. Floating around places covered in tree jizz.
Whole new idea for another book.
Odin comes up with these ideas. It's like he has an idea for a book every couple of days, writes it down, then starts writing the script. And he's got more active scripts than finished scripts.
That's not insane, like man. Completely true.
Well,
I'd say that I have,
if we
like,
look at your library, yes. If we look at your library and the stuff that's already been published, that's true. But I'm talking about like right now,
Yeah, so
before being published.
yeah, so like to scripts that I have done versus scripts that are active and being worked on, I'd say that it's about a 60-40 ratio in favor of completed.
Really? So you just got like, because what you have at least 5 active scripts. So you're telling me that you have at least 6 scripts done sitting there waiting to go to artists?
Yep.
Well, why the hell aren't you sending them to people?
Because I don't have the funds to do it.
That's right, everybody. Back SPQR, because Odin's got scripts that he can't talk about. He's got to get them made.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's like these things are expensive, and I am only a lowly writer, and I have to fund everything out of pocket. And the problem with that is I am also broke. So
I understand.
Another people think people don't understand about this whole business. Is how much work goes into it behind the scenes, and how much of your own money gets invested.
Yeah,
if you're actually paying for stuff, if you're paying for artists to write, to draw the stuff that you've written, if you're producing and you're also paying writers for their writing and their art, then I mean, putting together a book can be incredibly expensive depending upon how many pages it is. Like let's take like the lowest writer's fee that I've seen, right? $25 a page, right? So let's say you got like a we'll pretend 60 pages, right? We're not even going to go to 90. We're going to pretend 60 pages. 60 times 25. Odin, are you math? Can you math?
That's 180, right?
I think so. I'm going to check. 25 times 60 is 1,500. You suck.
Yep.
So
I'm very tired and I'm terrible at that.
So $1,500 just for 60-page comic script, right?
Yeah.
And then let's pretend for a second that you top out your budget for color, for lines, inks, and colors at $200, which is kind of the standard. People are able to make the budget work, $200 a page, including everything. Some people go over, they'll spend $200 on just the line work. But let's say you're going for the budget, right? $200 times 60 pages, that's $12,000. And you add in $1,500. And that just basic right there for a 60-page book is $13,500. You know what I mean? Let's pretend for a second that like you didn't even spend $200 a page. Let's say you spent $100 a page, right? You're still looking at $7,500 just on the talent.
Yeah.
Right. You're not even looking at like the printing costs, $2,000, $3,000. If you print 300 plus copies, $6,000. So a lot of these people don't understand how much of your money is going into creating this and why that's, why the funding goal is necessary. And it's even rougher when you're not paying for any of it. Right.
Yeah.
Because you're not paying anyone. What's the funding goal for?
Yeah. But
it's all profit.
Yeah, speaking of campaigns, this is SPQR. It's a good time.
It is.
Yeah, and
colors are great too. Everything about that. Hey, Hex is in the chat.
What's up, Hex? Long time no see, man.
Hey. Yeah.
But we funded this morning, and that's really exciting. We're pushing close to our next stretch goal. We have, I think, what's that? A little under 250 to get to the next stretch goal, which is, what is it? I want to say it's the sticky hand and the stickers.
Yeah, the $400 one.
Yeah,
which is nice. I mean, like it's previously, it's a new spin on previously completed goals from previous campaigns, but it's like the first little incremental step to get you to the next big round number. So I think that's pretty cool because the increments are going to go by thousands, but this one only goes by like 400.
Yeah. Well, I just made it like even even keel where like you have one stretch goal at like the 600 mark, and then the next at the next 1,000, and just kept going like that.
Oh,
So
that's
that way
cool.
we could,
Yeah.
so like, you know, the next one after
Go
the
go
embrace-
slowly. You're like jerking it around and can't fucking read.
Yes. So the first one we're gonna get the next one we're going to get is the 4,000. We just unlocked the Mo Biggs cup, the Mo Biggs mug with 2 G's
As a tier. Yeah.
and the printed poly mailer bags for funding. And then for our next stretch goal will be, as I said, is at 4,000. We'll be doing the Embrace Sticky Hands and Elysian Field stickers. And then at 4,600, it'll be the Elysian Fields magnet.
Because it's a magnet.
Which looks real sick. I love this.
Yeah. Let's just slap that shit right on your fridge.
And then at 5K, we have the Embrace Standee.
Standees are hot right now, bro. Everyone wants them.
And then at 5,600, the 7-page Awe, which
is going to be great. Some people don't get the reference, but if you look it up, man, it's hilarious because it's from Golden Wind, you know, and like it's just that absolute ass whooping that happens for you know, that whole duration.
It'll effectively add another 7 pages of the book of just Julius Caesar pummeling Pompey Magnus's face in with his stand.
Just seven page beat up scene.
And then at 6K, we're going to be doing De Bello Chibi stickers. I'm waiting for the person that's going to do that to have that finished so that I can put those up. And then at 10K, we have a secret that I think people will be very happy about if we can hit that.
So what this says to me is that you're aiming for $6,000.
Yeah. If I can get between 6 and 8K, I will be happy because that gives me that should pay for the production of everything that I need and fulfillment, and give me a solid chunk of change left over to invest into the next project.
Nice. 6K is a reasonable, you know, expectation. Hex caught it in the chat. Go slowly, you're jerking it around. Yeah. Yep. That's Odin. Odin tends to go fast, guys. You know, like he's very quick. A lot of stuff. Doesn't have time to linger.
Yep.
No cuddles afterward either.
Nah, man. Got to get back to it. It's wham bam, thank you, man, and you're out the door and back to work. It's all good.
Good looking project.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Amazing art. Yeah.
Need to sell some more.
I think that's one of the favorite, one of the people's favorite tiers, at least in concept, if not in purchase, is the Embrace plushie. Something's adorable.
We need to pump them numbers up. We haven't hit 20 yet.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, like we need to get this closer to 50. That's what we need.
I was estimating that plushies were going to perform better than they did. Not your plushies in general. I estimated that plushies and standees were going to be like the next thing before we get full on figures next year. Because everybody up in the game, you know. So I imagined that we were going to get plushies and standees, but less people seem inclined to purchase the plushies, which is weird. They're like, I think you could do more with them, you know? Like standees, just stick them there on the shelf. Plushies, you can carry them around. You can give them to your kids to shut them up. You know, all sorts of stuff you can do with them.
Well, and like, you know, that's my whole thing is that it's like, I think that a lot of the concern with plushies is that there's this whole thing of, well, like ordering a small amount of plushies is going to be expensive, right? And so a lot of times they see the price tag attached to it and they're like, oh man, like I'm sure that's worth it, but like that's a lot of money to be spending on a plushie. And I was fortunate and found a manufacturer that had a very reasonable production rate that allowed me to charge relatively cheap for a plushie of the size that you get. It's
I mean, $45 is a great price for, you know, essentially what 18-inch stuffed animal.
It's just shy of like 2 feet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really good. That's the thing though, like even at that price point for that quality and that size, it's not like flying off the shelf, and that's that's surprising to me, because some people out there just offering a tier with their book and a vinyl standee on it, and those tiers seem to be cleaning up. It's like I'm confused. I thought that the vinyl standee should be a stretch goal, but some people are selling it on the campaign as a tier, and the people selling the plushies on the campaign as a tier are not totaling up the same amount as the people selling the vinyl standees. So
yeah, I think the one big disadvantage with it is that for the plushies, I can't like ship the plushie and the book with the same thing. So like I have to have like the plushie has to have its own shipping rate. And like,
but I mean, even the standee, people up the price of the shipping on that tier. That's just how that goes. Like in crowdfunding, not a lot of people will be conscientious of their shipping prices. That's one of the criticisms that a lot of people have. It's like, okay, you're selling one book for $5 shipping. Now you're selling two books for $10 shipping in one tier. No, you can fit them in the same mailer and it's not over £2, so it can still be sent for $5, but people, they don't necessarily pay attention to that. So when you are pricing something up with a vinyl standee, it's not super expensive. It's not going to tip your weight. But like the plushie, in my opinion, it's worth the shipping like that. The plushie's, it's its own thing. It's not going to just sit there.
And to be fair, there's a lot more of them that have sold than what like that tier showcases, because what a lot of people have been doing is they'll purchase the book and then purchase it as an add-on.
That's cool.
So like
estimate how many you've sold, man. Can you do that?
About
you can also
15.
tell me in private. Oh, okay. 15. Yeah, that's really good.
Like they've been selling. It's just like when I announced that, we had like a lot of people going, "Oh man, I want that plushie," and so I was just like, "Oh man, we should be able to move these like hotcakes." But we haven't hit 20 yet, so that's not super concerning. I think that we can definitely get it up to closer to 50 by the time this thing rolls out, but that's where I'd like it to be, is at around 50.
Can I tell you we're planning to do a plushie on our next campaign too?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, we're planning to do a Bigfoot plushie because he's got that really cute
plushie,
big face with the scratchy the red mouth that he's got and the big shield. He's kind of like just round enough to be a squeezable plushie, or something you can huck at your children when they're acting up. Yeah, and then there's the articulated figure that we're doing. You're gonna see that, like Matty Fowler did that on Tiger Blue. He has a action figure articulated at the shoulders and hips.
That's cool.
I think Steve was the one who was spearheading the design, printing, and painting and doing all of that of those figures. And it was included in one of his tiers, the collector's tier, which is really cool. I think you're going to start seeing more action figures like that popping up on campaigns. And another thing that I think you're going to see is some sort of multimedia crossover, be it like a music album or a little game that you play, like an app game or a fighting game. Because I've seen at least 2 campaigns now that are doing that kind of like mini app game that you have that's kind of tagged onto the campaign, which is a really cool idea. But it's not like a long-lasting thing. It's not like you can carry it around on your system. I'm not sure if you play it on your phone or if it's a download to your PC kind of deal. I have to research that. But I think it would be neat to do some sort of like 16-bit platformer, with a boosting that shoots stuff, kind of like Mega Man.
Yeah, I want to do a retro game.
That'd be neat, right? Would you do a retro plushie?
A retro plushie? That would be
man. He's got that hair. He got such nice hair,
Yeah, he's got that rock star hair.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like, I'll do more for the second issue. The first issue, I just want to get it done and out.
Yeah,
that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
It also
How long's
allows
it
you to
been?
kind of test the market as well, see how the reception is and everything like that. Make sure that you don't overextend yourself on your next book. Because a lot of people do that. They get like
Yeah.
hyped up on, yeah, I funded and I did everything that I wanted to do, and then they go in the next book and like drop a lot of money on stuff that they didn't need, and that comes back to bite them in the butt. Speaking from experience.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. I'm worried that I'm making campaign 2 too big. Everyone I've been talking to is like, that sounds so cool, but like, is that an honest opinion, or is that a I really don't care and we'll see what happens opinion?
Yeah. I heard second campaigns are harder, and I've seen examples of that, so we'll see.
The big thing with second campaigns is making sure that you make that, like, ensuring that the audience from the first campaign knows that you're about to launch the second one, because that's what kills a lot of second campaigns is they'll launch it, but their audience that made the first one happen has no idea that they're launching.
Well, I mean, that's just poor marketing right there.
It is.
If you don't keep your CSV, if you don't keep your CSV to tell your previous backers who all emailed you their money anyway, like they signed up to Indiegogo or Kickstarter using their email address, right?
Yeah.
You contact them via email. They paid the platform electronically through e-commerce. Everything is tied to their email address. If you do not download your CSV off of your campaign and create your own mailing list, you're a dummy. You're a dummy dum-dum.
But, like that's what it ultimately comes down to is I feel that a lot of people, they'll launch their second campaign and their audience from the first campaign has no idea what's going on. And even when you download that CSV, there are a lot of people who like they back enough campaigns where they have a lot of stuff flagged as spam, and so they don't necessarily get those emails either.
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the big thing is just making sure that you keep in touch with your audience and what have you. Obviously pay attention to consumer feedback as well. Like, if there are things that you can that like the audience, like the consumer market is telling you, hey, maybe you could do this way or this the other way. Listen to that. I generally have a rule if like I hear something said about my books that is consistent across at least 10, like at minimum 10 people. It's not a stylistic preference. It's a genuine critique. Cause like, if somebody says
colors are flat.
yeah. Well, and that's what I did with Elysian Fields is
that's why I brought it up. Owen looked at it and he remastered the crap out of it. And that's why it's available on this campaign. You can actually see the two side by side on this campaign. I mean, not side by side, literally. He had to put them so that you could scroll them one's above the other. A side by side would have been actually side by side. But the point remains that you can see the old colors and then the new colors. And he listened to that consumer feedback and he remastered the book. And that's one of the cool things that he's got in this, Nine Realms catalog.
Yeah, I can even scroll down to that.
You could. Just don't jerk it, man. Just go nice and smooth. There you go. Nice and smooth.
Look at that lovely art.
Yeah.
It is.
So like these are the original colors that we had in Pyramid Gambit.
Yeah, the problem is that, take a look at that. How many yellows are in that armor? How many beiges are in his arms? You look at it, it's like two. There's two. There's the base color and the edge highlight. Where's the color in that? Where's the depth?
And then you go look at the new colors.
There are a lot more colors from this. Avery Ferdinand that did the colors on this. Yeah. And you can tell he's got the base, he's got the shadow low light, he's got the upper, and then he's got the edge highlight around that. So he's got the part that's getting hit by light. He's got the part that's hit by light on the edge that's really bright, kind of like picking up that gleam. He's got the regular base color and skin tone, and then he's got the shadow recess that's underneath that. So at least 4 colors makes the figure feel like it's deep, rounded depth. That's why it's not a flat color.
Yep. And so
I love the speed lines there too, though. I mean, I love speed lines in general.
It looks really good, and it gives an extra intensity to the piece.
Yep.
I think.
I mean, that's manga for you, right?
Yeah. And gotta show off this lovely cover by
it is sick.
Avery.
It's gorgeous. It turned into a magnet somehow.
Yeah, somehow. No one knows.
No, it's a mystery.
The secret will be kept forever. Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm stoked.
I'll stop sharing that at this point.
So I have a question. When Jewish Daredevil lands, does he go oi?
Wait, what was the question?
When Jewish Daredevil lands, he goes oi.
I mean, we can make that a thing. Or at least like if he gets decked or something, if he takes a hit.
Yeah, right. You can say oi. Oi vey.
Oy vey.
We should throw in some Jewish slang, some Yiddish, some of those expressions. Like, we could really lean into it. We could lovingly lean into that element of it. We could walk the line between being cool and taking it seriously, and then lampooning both comic books and like Jewish stereotypes at the same time and others.
I know, like back when I guess the first season of Harley Quinn came out, Jimmy and Amanda started getting flack for something they had no part in doing. In the comic, they did I forget the character's exact name, but it was like Cyborg or something. Like he was a Jewish cyborg.
Yeah.
And,
sounds familiar.
In the cartoon, they changed him, and they Jimmy and Amanda started getting emails from people who were upset about whatever the changes were that they had nothing to do with. Going, no, like go read the comic. That wasn't in the comic. The comic is what we created. It's like
Cyborgman, yeah. Cyborgman. Borgman is a Jewish name. Yeah, we don't want to be like too ridiculous with it, but we want to be just tongue in cheek enough to have people go, I see what they're doing. It's a lovable lampooning of both Jewish stereotypes and superhero, cape and tight drama.
Yeah, it was funny. We came up. I came up with it because Neff and I were talking like philosophy and politics, and Neff had brought up, like the
ontological evil.
Yeah. Jewish guilt is one of the most powerful things about its religion, is that it prevents people from doing bad things. And I was just like, what if we did a Jewish Daredevil, and like you could compare the weight of Jewish guilt to Catholic guilt? and Neff just starts laughing. And then when I came up with the idea for the name of the character, which am I good to share that, Neff, or no?
The
Sakari.
I was thinking Moishe Mendelssohn would be a good like regular name. Like we got Matt Murdock, and then we got Moishe Mendelssohn. Like that's kind of equivalent,
But I when I told him like we should make his hero name Sakari, Neff starts looking into it and just goes, he's a Jewish ninja.
Yeah, he is a Jewish ninja. Sakari, they were Hebrew ninjas. That's exactly what they were. Like if you look into it, I'm not kidding, man. Like I don't, you look into it and they fought the Romans and they were legit ninjas.
Yep, that their name means hidden blades.
They wore cloaks.
Wow.
They ran around at night. They leaped from rooftop to rooftop. They ambushed people. They slit their throats. They're ninjas, bro.
But yeah,
Have you guys watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
yes,
dude, that's one of
I adore
Freako's
it.
favorite shows.
Fantastic.
The end of the 4th season is quite like the ending scene is phenomenal, and I've sent it to a bunch of people, and it's like it is very surprising to have this kind of scene where the main character gets talked down to like this in a show that like is very clearly trying to cater to the feminist market. It's a well done show, but that's definitely who it's targeted for.
Right.
But like the end of the 4th season, Lenny Bruce puts a verbal smackdown, and it's good.
Yeah.
Like it's really good.
A lot of people were mad about it, though. That's the thing. A lot of people.
I don't give a shit. It was
me
awesome.
neither. Like Freak Girl thought it was good. Freak Girl was like Lenny Bruce laid the smackdown, and it was well deserved. It was well placed, and a lot of people were like, "He shouldn't talk to her that way."
I was like, okay, cool. Like that was probably my favorite part of like I really enjoyed the 4th season, but I was like, man, she's really got to stop making that. Like she's really got to just get aside and get over herself and just get back to work and like push forward.
Yeah.
And when Lenny puts down that smackdown, I was just like, oh shit, oh man.
Like, yeah, was he say don't think, just work, or something like that?
Like don't plan, just work. Like
don't plan. Yeah, just work.
I loved the whole thing where she's like, you never compromise for what I say. It's like, oh my god, you put me on this pedestal like I'm some freaking comic messiah. I'm just an entertainer. Do you think it's a badge of honor that I get arrested? That means that there are places that don't want to book me. Like I want to make people laugh. Like think, sure, but laugh. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And it was just so good. He freaking just demolishes her, and it was amazing. I also thought that the Jackie Kennedy scene from that season was really good too. That shit was like, oh, that was good.
I thought the first episode was excellent. Like,
yeah,
where they wind up in Coney Island, it was really good.
Yeah, man. Like, I was surprised at how good that show was. Like, I had people tell me that it was really good, but like when I saw the trailers, like I don't know if that's gonna be my cup of tea. But I think I binged the first season in like a week.
Yeah, it's definitely well written, well acted. I love that Monk and Pollock are the parents, the dad.
Oh man, Tony Shalhoub does a great job in that role too. I think that might be my favorite role of his.
He's really good. Yeah, he's always been entertaining, but I think he's really good in this. Like he just steals the show. Yeah, spoilers, but like the memorial he does.
Oh, that shit was so good. Where they make him read the eulogy that he wrote.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was not prepared for that. Like that hit way harder than I was expecting it to. Just a great writing, and then like his line delivery was perfect.
Yeah. So what else is going on?
I don't know. Anything stupid happened today? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, of course. I just can't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to gossip on stream.
That's fair.
I will say, like, I messaged Neff about this, but I was impressed with the CG Now website, the calendar on that. I thought that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Just a simple thing, but it's like that's what we all need. Like a freaking just something we can go to and check what's coming up, what's ending soon.
And like you could talk to people too and potentially have contact information with them, because then you could do, I don't know, coordinated releases with people, so you're not stepping on each other's toes and launching 16 campaigns in the same month of February and burning everybody out. Because why do you have to launch your campaign in February? What is the necessity of it? Why do you have to launch your campaign within a certain period of time? This is crowdfunding. Are you planning this release on purpose? Do you have to get this book out this year because you've got 2 more coming along behind it and you have to hit a release schedule? What's the point here? If we're going to be professional, man, let's just do that. And in order to be professional, you have to plan stuff. You have to research stuff. You have to look into how it works and what other people were doing and how you fit in. You can't just come up with something, off the top of your head at the last minute and expect that to be, what gets you through because you're riding on your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But yeah, you're right, Peter. The release calendar is great. The idea of like a directory of sorts that just kind of like sends you to the different places where you can get those finished books, since creators can post their stuff there as a repository, I guess, for previously finished campaigns. The only thing is that page needs a bit of an overhaul. I don't want to reach out to Bancroft about it because I don't know. I'm not that guy, right? I'm not like the guy who should be whispering in his ear about anything. I say things out loud and sometimes people hear them and sometimes they make it to people's ears, but I'm not going to be bugging Bancroft being like, hey, this is what you should do. Like, who the fuck am I?
Right.
But it would be great if we could see that site get cleaned up and some of the extraneous links to the same campaign dropped. As cool as it is to have all of your variant covers up there, having all those variant covers all linked to the same book just clutters up the site. And essentially you've got 7 links to your book now and other people have 1. Let's just call it what it is, clean it up, and then maybe alphabetize it or do it by season, or I don't know, but like there needs to be some sort of structure to how it's laid out. It can't just be like willy-nilly. Oh, Cyberfrog is C, but then we're going to put, SPQR up there, which is S, and then we're going to put L Lucent behind it. Like, are you doing that just because that's what's going up there? There needs to be some sort. And then you need a search function, so you need to optimize for search on the website. Like, if you're going to do it, like. This is why I don't do shit, man. This is why I don't do shit, because I start doing it and I'm like, we have to do it right. You can't really half-ass it. And it's just, I look at doing things and I'm like, there's so much that's going to go into that. There's so much you're going to have to account for, plan for, prepare for, and do to execute it properly for it to be a worthwhile endeavor that, I would be proud of. But yeah, at least now, right now, it's been started. And the fact that someone's, put their foot out there or put it out there for, other people to see, I think that's great. I just, if it's going to become a resource that people take seriously, certain, things are going to have to be done to improve the site. And you know what? Like, if we're all using it, we should all be helping.
Yeah.
Though everyone who's listed on that site should help in some way, whether it's to chip in to hire a web designer to, overhaul the site and make it more streamlined, whether it's people, offering to put in time to maintain the site, whether it's whatever. If this is going to be a collective effort, let's collectivize it, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that that's a good point. If like Bancroft is only one guy, and we're like he's already he does a lot. He does a lot for everybody. Yeah. And so I think that like the least that we could do is if we could all kind of like chip in to do stuff like that.
If you want to host your campaign or your book on that site, there should be some sort of, hey, do you want to help out? Pass the hat, absolutely, toss in a couple bucks, or pay for advertisements or something to keep the site going. Excuse me, possibly monetized so that it can get picked up in the Google algorithm. Hey, Tarks, what's up? We got Shadowhawk too. Hey guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with us for Peter's birthday. I was gonna queue up happy birthday so that when Freak Girl gets home she could sing it for you, but it's freezing in this basement. I'm gonna turn on my heaters. But yeah, I think more of us getting involved together and improving the overall experience. We already lean in that direction. We already lean towards helping each other out, sharing information about printers and merchandising, and we all check each other's campaigns for proofreading and structure. Like, we're already all helping each other. Let's just take a more overt effort to do that in a professional capacity, because over on Kickstarter, I know there are a lot of people that share Facebook groups, and they work together to plan their campaigns, to overlap, to coordinate. And it's something that we should consider doing. But I think that there's this big divide between larger creators with bigger fan bases and smaller creators who are out there in these streets grinding, trying to make it. It's I think what they call the division between the kings and Slumtown. But like we're all one love, right? like what's his name says, oh god, what's the musician? Lenny Kravitz. It's not Lenny Kravitz, it's the dude. One love, one life, let's get together. And you know who I'm talking about? Thank you. I couldn't pull it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's like Bob Marley says, if we're all trying to do this thing because we're trying to do it the right way and do it for the consumer base and for the fans who want good comics, if that's like at the end of the day the thing that we want to do, we need to do it together. Big guys, small guys, ladies, everybody needs to pull the cart together. There can't be too much of a division in who gets what.
Especially now.
Or, it comes down to like oars, right? Like grab an oar, right? That's the expression, grab an oar to paddle. You only need one oar. Bancroft's got his wife rowing the boat, so he doesn't need any oars. But like for real though, like, we should be a crew team from a like a college crew team. There should be a whole bunch of us paddling that boat as hard as we can, going faster than or at least trying to catch up to a mainstream industry that has left us behind and wants to do its own thing and forget about us both as consumers and prevent us from succeeding as creators because they won't hire us, right?
Yeah. That certainly makes sense to me.
I don't know. I'm just talking off the top of my head and out my ass. Happy birthday, Peter.
That's what these streams are for. Oh.
You don't brainstorm, you never think of anything.
Man, it is super quiet in my house, which is not usually the case. My son's away at his mom's this weekend, and it's one of those things where it's like it's bittersweet because like on the one hand I miss getting the time with him, and on the other hand it's like, oh man, it's so quiet.
I can imagine.
Okay, guys, I gotta go because here in Portugal is almost 9 p.m. and
Oh
the
damn!
wife is making me sign dinner.
Go
Yeah.
have some of that. Go have some of that port wine and send me dessert photos.
Yeah, I sent you.
Extra
I sent you 3 recipes. So
Oh, hell
if
yeah,
you
man.
want
We're gonna
more,
make
just send me a message, and I'll be happy to yeah. I'm gonna put a couple of wines later or tomorrow
nice, dude.
for
That's
you to check that out. Okay.
thank you so much. We're gonna do that. Make up these desserts. See if we can find a bottle of that wine.
Yeah, you're
I'll
gonna
hit
love
you
it.
up on Instagram and hit you on Twitter and stuff, and that'll be cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ian.
just tell me how it goes, and if you like it, I believe you will. So yeah,
I
you
believe
got to
so
do a
too.
lot of exercise after that. Okay, guys. Peter,
Hey,
a great day for you
Yeah,
thank you
man.
so
guys.
much.
Great to meet you, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
See you, man. Bye.
Take care, buddy.
The legendary circle of weebs.
Yeah,
I don't know
Shadowhawks.
this
It's
person.
too
I
much
don't.
damn work. It's true though. It's true. It's so much damn work, man. I got Mavericks that I'm responsible for. I got 2 other scripts that I'm
Cradle
writing
man.
right now for other people. You know, I have my own private businesses that I need to manage. You know, I can't be doing all this other stuff for free. And it's not even that I want to get paid for it. I don't care. Like it's not about the money. It's I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the spoons to devote to this stuff. I don't. I'm tired all the freaking time. I don't know if I need to change my diet. I was listening to the Professionals. I was telling Peter this the other day. I was listening to the Professionals.
Yeah.
It was Tucci, and it was Lepresti, and it was Art T. Bear, and Fraga, and Andy Smith, and I can't remember who the last person was, but he's always on the upper left-hand corner. And I'm gonna feel like a dumb. Oh, it was Graham Nolan, and they're on the show talking about getting old. That was the topic of the show. The topic of the show was getting old, and you know what we endure and sacrifice, whatever, being in indie comics. And like those dudes are professionals, right? They've had careers and everything, and they're getting old, and they're talking about like their eyesight going, and they're talking about like their neck and sitting in their chair and having to exercise and eat differently because their body reacts to inflammation and shit. And I'm sitting there going like, I'm experiencing all this stuff and I'm in my early 40s. These guys are in their 60s. I get 20, and by the time I get there, my body's going to have fallen apart completely. They're going to have needed to download my consciousness into a computer if I want to keep doing stuff, because I'm already experiencing what they're talking about. And they're 20 years older than me. And it was incredibly depressing, just absolutely depressing. And they're all like, you know, what I wound up doing is I wound up going on this like gluten-free diet. I cut out dairy. I got rid of anything that would cause inflammation, and I dropped 30 pounds. I'm like, bitch, that's everything pizza. Everything pizza is gluten, dairy, and tomatoes cause inflammation. You expect me to live a happy life without pizza? Nah, I would rather. I'm not trying to lose that 30 pounds, man. It's not happening. Oh, fuck.
Dude, I'm right there with you. That's always like that's the toughest part when it comes down to like getting back in shape and everything. Is it's like a lot of it is really just diet, especially when you're getting started. And it's like, yeah, but that means getting rid of all the things that give me joy.
That's it. That's why I made this week's Sandwich Saturday entry a peanut butter marshmallow cinnamon toast crunch sandwich on butter bread with a chocolate sauce drizzle. And I call it the Professional because it is nothing but sugar and gluten. And I tried to eat it. And it almost killed me. I got like 5 bites in, and I was like, I gotta stop. Jeez.
Legend.
I gotta stop. There is no insulin pen in this house. I can feel my body vibrating with the sugar.
You're just
high.
like,
Honestly,
I can feel myself contracting diabetes.
Yeah,
right at this
honestly,
time.
by the time I was that far in, the sandwich didn't taste like anything. The sugar was so overwhelming, and it just killed my sense of taste. I was eating it. I'm like, this doesn't even taste like anything. I was like, oh yeah, no, I gotta stop. If I keep eating this, I don't know if I'm gonna ever get it back. You know, that's those taste buds.
Oh, goodness.
Too funny. Yeah, it's like I need to lose some weight, and I've been too busy to go for my walks like I usually do or whatever, but I'll get back into it. I'm not too worried about it. But I'm considering eating better. It's like, okay, I'll just do it for one meal a day. Like during the week, I'll eat a good lunch, like a healthy lunch. If I can have whatever I want for breakfast and dinner, then I can have a healthy lunch.
Oh man. What sucked for me was I was actually like on a really good track of getting back in shape around this time last year. Like I'd gotten enough shape to run a 5K and do it
Nice.
with in a pretty solid time, keeping a 10-minute mile pace the entire time. So like when stuff started kicking off with everything that I was going through and really getting messy, that's when I was just like, between handling production on the Embrace, handling stuff with my lawyers, handling work and school, I didn't have the emotional or physical energy to do anything. And now I'm trying to get back into it. And it's difficult.
Yeah, I just eat ice cream because I like the taste. You're all like, I was struggling and in a dark place emotionally, and I sought refuge. No, fuck that, motherfucker. I eat ice cream because it's sweet.
I mean, it is delicious, and like I like ice cream. I do, and I like all the foods that I like. And it sucks because like my favorite food is Italian, so it's like, that's all the shit you shouldn't be eating.
We could do Italian Jewish Daredevil.
Italian.
That's hitting a little too close to home though.
really have a culture clash there.
Well, I mean that's why when we would always come up with like, food jokes, they always called me a pizza bagel. I'm Jewish Italian.
Well, my brother used to call me Peter Pizza.
That's why we got Pizza Medi.
Pizza Berry. Well, retro is Italian. I'm not sure how hardcore I'm gonna go with that, but
I mean, Italian. Of course, look at that hair. The hair is just luscious. The volume, the silkiness, the sheen. Of course, he's Italian.
All right, guys. I actually got to pop off. I gotta go do a science experiment, and that's not even a joke. I have my last gen ed requirement class for my degree that I'm taking, and it's an introduction to STEM. And so this week we're analyzing DNA of climate controlled fruit. So I got to go get that done. But
good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Peter, happy birthday once again. Neff, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you.
I'll hit you up on Twitter later. There's a joke about climate controlled fruit. I know there is. I just haven't.
There probably is. And that's all well and good. I'm sure you'll clip that and make something funny out of it and send it to me later. It's okay. I got the final laugh on you for like forever.
Oh, what with the shrine joke?
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not hanging up yet, but you know exactly.
Oh, God damn it! I do know what you're talking about. I will get you back someday. I will figure a way. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have your house painted or something.
It's never going to be the same, Neff. You know it.
You know what? I'll bring him here. I'll fly him to the U.S. I'll have him personally visit you. Fight me, Michael.
Fight me.
Fight me, Michael.
Fight me.
So, Pete, did you see? All right, no, I will check you out later. Get out of here, Pete. Right, did you see the Bancroft episode about Vaughn's claim from Indiegogo saying he was violating terms of service for promoting violence?
No, but that's weird.
It came from the radio. Happy personal New Year, Pete. It's cool.
Yeah, that's it came from the radio. Is Mark Torres. Mark Torres is the creator of this graphic novel I'm inking. So there's that connection. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. I'll probably only go another 10 minutes, so it'll be a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, till 4. That sounds good. I got to get back to doing like productive stuff instead of just hanging out with my friends, right? I don't want to be productive
too. You did some writing for your Jewish Daredevil,
We didn't really do any writing. So the idea is that the idea that I had was he's going to be in a part of a Hasidic community, right? His father is a wealthy grocer and butcher, but it turns out that his father is doing some like money laundering on the DL for a crime syndicate in the city. But his father's also a beloved pillar of the community because he donates a lot to the synagogue and he gives a lot of money to, restore parts of the neighborhood. And he's very generous. He's essentially a mobster, except he himself is not outright a mobster. He's like, I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was the Jewish accountant for Al Capone, he was the guy, or was it Capone? It was somebody. Somebody had a Meyer Lansky was the name of the guy. So he runs the money laundering through his grocer butcher, thing. Because there's a place called Barney Greengrass, or there used to be in New York. And it was all like kosher everything. It was kosher meats, kosher deli, kosher fish, but also like kosher dairy because they separate part of the store, and then they had like fruits and vegetables, and you had all of the imported stuff. So it was like this big, big place you could go. So we were imagining that, he could be like that, but the son, because the son's going to be like Mr. Throwing Knives and stuff, like Matt Murdock, his father was a boxer, so that's kind of how Matt Murdock picked up fighting. So I was like, well, where are you going to need some way for this guy to pick up knives? What's a good way for a kid to learn knifing? So like, okay, like a butcher, that might make sense. So, I was going to go with that. And then of course, he's confronted by the realization that his father's kind of a mobster. And he goes to his rabbi and he's like, I don't know what the right thing to do here is. I don't know if loyalty to my family and keeping my mouth shut and letting my father do his business is the right thing to do, or if, exposing this deep-seated corruption in the heart of our community is the right thing to do. And his rabbi is like, only you can decide what the true righteousness is in your heart. And that's where like the Jewish guilt comes from, because Catholics, no offense to Catholics, but when Catholics do shit wrong, they go and they pray and they say a bunch of Hail Marys and Ave Marias and stuff, and then they're fine, right? Like that's kind of the idea is you go to confession, you tell the priest what you did wrong, then you say a bunch of pretty words, believe in the kingdom of heaven, accept Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you can go out and just do bad shit again. Jewish guilt, you must make amends to the people you have wronged. You must live a better example in life and be a better person. So like there's a demand for comportment in proper fashion and atonement and all of that. So I thought that was kind of neat because you could have this Jewish daredevil character beat the ever living fuck out of somebody and then be like, now you have to be a better person or I'm gonna come back and beat the ever living crap out of you again. But like the zealotry only applies when he's being that agent of justice. In his own personal life, he has to live a upright example, of righteousness and good behavior because he's compensating for all of the stuff that he does when he puts on the cowl. So I thought that would be an interesting dichotomy for a character like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? We could also throw in some Jewish jokes and it'd be funny.
Yeah. Is there a parallel to like Matt Murdock? Yeah, Matt Murdock in Daredevil is a male slut essentially. Like he has a new woman every other book.
Well, I mean that's retro too, though, right? Like retro's a ladies' man.
We'll see. Like he has a girlfriend. I want to go against, typical comic events. Like one I'll mention. Like this happens in Spider-Man a lot. It's like every issue, it's somebody Peter Parker knows that's being attacked by the villain.
Right.
So it's like I'm not really interested in doing that. So but no, he's gonna have a good relationship with a steady girlfriend, and that's how I see it at the moment.
I'm thinking Moishe Mendelssohn will start off on that Sigma male grind set. You know what I mean? Like no time for women, no time for extraneous bullshit in life. He has a purpose. He has his mission. He puts his all into that. And I'm sure that he'll humanize a bit more, but of course that will threaten to distract him from what it is the mission that he's taken on in life. And of course that'll make some interesting character development choices that he has to make. Maybe introducing a love interest will complicate things. Like if you remember in Fight Club, I always go back to Fight Club because Palmiotti is just a genius with his storytelling. When they introduced Marla, the character of Marla, who's just a horrible human. Just everything about her is just awful. I love the way that they really introduce her in the book with her going into the self-help groups to get people to feel bad for her and comfort her. But she's really there just for like the schadenfreude of everyone else's life sucks. And I don't actually have cancer, but listening to these people be sad about having cancer makes me feel better because I don't. It's just like, oh, you're terrible. The idea of like introducing that just completely abject, terrible woman, but that's the love interest, and she and Tyler hook up, and the nameless narrator Jack is all like threatened and upset by the nature of their relationship. Once you introduce a woman to the plot like that to create a love triangle, I hate love triangles, but to create some sort of like tension from a love interest, it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman to a man. It could be two men to a woman. They do it in Twilight. Just about any female focused literature has a love triangle in it. Look at Bridget Jones. I mean, I guarantee you, you look at it, you will find two men competing for a woman's attention in a book that is geared towards women. Like, so anytime you introduce that element, romantic relationships, romantic interest, it always complicates the main driving focus of the plot. So for Moishe, I think that would be a very interesting thing to do. I don't know necessarily how we're going to get there because I haven't invented her yet. Oh, we could make him gay. We could make him gay and make it a man just for the sake of like adding a layer of complication to it too, because it's not really like looked upon very fondly in the Hasidic community.
Right.
That's, you know,
Right.
but then again, at this point, he's living outside of that community because he kind of like betrayed his father and did a bunch of shit that kind of like got the community to turn their back on him. The thing that I wanted him to be doing mostly wasn't like, you know, the bad guys attacking his family or people that he knows. It was him going out into the city, kind of like the way that Arrow does it in the CW series in the beginning, like the very beginning, and going out and like literally attacking people who are doing dumb shit, you know, and causing problems and being like, you need to learn to act right. Like, literally being like, you should feel bad about what you do. You're a bad person. Feel bad. Jewish Daredevil. Jewish Daredevil, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. I think, you know, like spoofs make some decent money if they're done well, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
It's
actually
got to be clever though. It's got to be really clever because it's dangerous. You know, it's very dangerous to. It's one thing to parody or lampoon a character. It's another thing to add an ethnic element to it, and you know, tickle it a little bit more to make fun at the people who are reading it than to make fun of the character itself. Because you don't want to turn the character into a parody. You want to be parodying the audience that's reading it. That's the difference between Jonathan Swift level satire and, you know, like, I don't know, Super Troopers. You know what I mean? Like, one is Jonathan Swift making fun of the British who are reading his stuff, and the other is just sort of like making fun of the characters and laughing about them with the audience. Anyway, it's 4:00. I'm sorry, I took up all your time.
No problem. Like, you know, I grew up and there was a lot of Jewish people in my neighborhood, and especially like 15 blocks away, it was all Jewish. They like Jewish jokes, you know. It's like they laughed at it first, you know. It's like it's fine. You know,
did you ever hear the I'm gonna get to tell you one. They did it in Short Circuit, so you might know it. There was a priest, a rabbi, and something walk into a bar, and they're talking about how to divide the money that's donated during the services. You know, you know, how much of it should go to the church, how much of it should go to God, and how much of it should you know, remain in the possession of the, you know, the people. And the first two, because it's an incomplete joke, really all that matters is the punchline. The first two are you know, like they argue some sort of pragmatic way about making a just split between the church, what they donate to charity, and like what gets kept by the priest. And the rabbi goes, how about this? We collect all the money in a bowl, we throw it up in the air, and whatever God wants, he keeps.
Right.
I love that joke.
Yeah, I did see the movie, but it's been like decades. So, but I remember that punchline. Yes. Yeah. So this has been fun. Thank you so much for coming on. You're always entertaining and informative. Thank you everybody who showed up in the chat. Wish me a happy birthday. I totally appreciate it. If you haven't already, give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. Yeah, we'll be back this week. Monday and Wednesday we have guests. I think Friday is completely open. But you know, we're always making comics, and I'll be working on Designated until I'm done. So, all right, take care, everybody. Have a great day. See you again.